Sam Altman, the superstar CEO of OpenAI, has just been outed and fired by his own board. So what happened? Why did the creator of ChatGPT decided to stop sign-ups and fire its own CEO? Let's talk about this. Three parts. The first part is what happened. Second part will be the timeline of the events as they unfolded. And then the third part is what do I think is coming next, and is this good or bad for OpenAI and the AI industry in general. Alright, so what happened? On November 17th, the board of directors of OpenAI, that actually consists mostly of OpenAI's own founders and three other people from the industry. It doesn't include any of the investors or anybody else involved in the company. The board consists of Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, Ilya Sutskever, the chief scientist of OpenAI, the Quora CEO, Adam D'Angelo, and the technology entrepreneur, Tasha Macaulay, as well as Helen Turner from the Georgetown Center for Security and Emerging Technology. The decision was made completely by the board of the company. It was a fully internal decision, and it literally came out of nowhere. Nobody knew about it beforehand. Even OpenAI's own investors, like Microsoft, that just invested $10 billion into the company, found out about Sam Altman being fired only 10 minutes before it actually happened. Sam Altman himself didn't know, and even the employees of the company were not notified and found out basically through PR the same way that everybody else. Mira Murati, who was the CTO of OpenAI for the past few years, is going to be the interim CEO, and the company has immediately started searching for a new CEO for the company. And Greg Brockman is stepping down from his position as the chairman of the board, but he will stay inside the company performing his day-to-day duties, but he's no longer going to be part of the board. As part of the aftermath of firing Sam Altman, three other lead researchers of the company have left as well. I don't think it actually came out of nowhere. OpenAI itself has been founded as a research company. It was actually founded as a non-profit, not even as a company. And its goal was to progress AI research for all of humanity and bring us to AGI, which stands for Artificial General Intelligence. Basically an AI that can do everything, that can essentially move humanity forward. However, OpenAI very early on moved away from that vision of a non-profit research company or non-profit research organization and started going into a more commercial company, causing Peter Thiel and Elon Musk to leave the board of OpenAI, even though they invested substantial amounts of money into the company. On top of that, the question of safety, alignment, and ethics have caused Dario and Daniela Amodi to leave OpenAI and found Anthropic, which raised around $700 million right off the bat. Out of them, $300 million came from Google. And in September 2023, just 2 months ago, they raised another $4 billion from Amazon. In addition to that, Character AI, that was founded by the creator of the Transformer. I want to remind you that GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. So that Transformer is looking to raise funds now at a $5 billion valuation. So OpenAI is not in a vacuum. It's no longer the leader in AI research or generative AI research either. They are now surrounded by competitors, be it Meta and the Llama models and a bunch of other open source models, Amazon that invested a lot in generative AI, Google who suddenly woke up and remembered that they actually invented the Transformer, and Microsoft that is invested heavily in OpenAI itself, and ex-employees like Anthropic. So the space where OpenAI has been founded and was working on its development and where they are now is very, very different. And I feel that has a lot to do with the direction that the company is going and why the board eventually let Sam Altman go. Even though Sam Altman himself, just 2 days prior to that, was presenting the plans and some of the things that the company is going, and just a few days earlier had a huge dev day. Now, that dev day was very interesting as well, in the sense that a lot is being expected of OpenAI to deliver the next generation of generative AI or deliver the next generation of large language models. The dev day was pretty disappointing. We've been expecting AGI, instead we got Laundry Buddy. Yay! All of this pressure and all of this lack of innovation in a way has been causing a lot of stress and tension between Ilya Sutskever and Sam Altman for a while now. That's not new. On top of that, OpenAI that started as a research facility, a research organization, stopped doing or publishing its own research. The research paper for GPT-4 reads more like a product manual rather than a research paper. It has 90 plus pages of use cases and basically 0 pages on how it was trained, how it was created, in stark contrast to any average research paper where you have maybe 20, 30 pages at most, with 2 pages dedicated to use cases and everything else to the process of creating them. Somewhere along the way, OpenAI lost its way, got blinded by money, and started focusing on developing a profitable product rather than its original mission, developing AI, working with everybody in the industry, and pushing artificial intelligence forward. And fact is that today, OpenAI has no edge in any of the AI models. DALL-E is not better than Stable Diffusion or Midjourney. ChatGPT is not better than Claude. And GPT-4, even with the new GPT-4V, that is the vision model, it doesn't feel like a one coherent model, and a lot has been written about that and said that it's actually a combination of many smaller models with the logic of choosing which model is the right one, which is good for a commercial product that tries to solve some tasks, but it doesn't bring us closer to the AGI that we actually want to achieve, right? We don't want a bunch of smaller tools. We want one model that can handle any artificial intelligence task. I want to go quickly over the timeline and what actually happened. So November 4th, Ilya posts a tweet where he says that he's unsettled with the direction the company is taking, the lack of resources and the lack of focus on research. And in fact, just before Sam Altman has been outed, he was raising funds again. The issue is that currently OpenAI has no money or resources to do its research, because all the resources went into the highly successful ChatGPT, but it still costs more to run it than they actually make on it. Even though they make around $1 billion, it costs $3 to $4 billion a year to run it, at least according to the rumors and some of the estimates. And that is why a few days before Sam Altman has been outed, OpenAI has closed registration to the paid product, to ChatGPT Plus. You cannot sign up to ChatGPT Plus anymore because they just cannot sustain the capacity. November 6th, OpenAI's Dev Day, where they presented all the different new features. Some of the developers found it exciting. Most of the people in the AI industry specifically found it quite laughable. November 9th, Microsoft cuts employees off and tells them not to use ChatGPT anymore due to security concerns. November 13th, Sam Altman confirms that OpenAI started working on GPT-5, despite the previous statements that OpenAI will take it slower, focus on safety. On November 15th, OpenAI stops accepting ChatGPT Plus subscribers. November 16th, Sam Altman confirms the discoveries that were found on November 4th that allow the next generation of AI with absolutely no concern for safety, alignment, or ethics. And it seems that this statement and this decision to go forward with that and raise more funds to build GPT-5 and continue without regard for safety is what caused Ilya to be furious at Sam. On November 17th, Ilya brings 2 engineers to explain to the board the progress that has been done, but also the dangers. OpenAI scales too quickly without resources for research, and they have to fundraise again just to support research. They had to stop signups just to be able to move forward while they're surrounded with competitors, right? Like you still have Meta investing money into that, Amazon investing money into their competitors that know everything they knew a year ago, right? Google is going all in AI. Like they're going on the developer days and says, well, we've been here first. We've been an AI company for 15 years. And with all of that, OpenAI does not invest in proper research. Ilya starts a vote on the board, and 4 out of 6 people on the board vote Sam out. The 2 people that did not vote Sam out was Sam himself and Greg Berkman, that was not even at that meeting, and Sam had a proxy for his vote as well. Greg Berkman has been demoted from the chairman of the board, which is, it's very interesting how the board even could vote Greg out, or how the board had a board meeting without the chairman being present. There's a lot of interesting questions that are still open, and I'm sure that we'll learn more about this meeting in the future and what actually went down there. I find it very interesting that even Microsoft did not know about Sam being outed. I can hardly imagine what the executives in Microsoft that greenlit this deal are feeling when they just put $10 billion and a large part of their strategy on this company, and then the board just fires the CEO and they are not only consulted or not even notified. I'm pretty sure some executives at Microsoft right now feel quite uneasy about what is going on. So what is next for OpenAI and the AI industry in general? I honestly think that since OpenAI itself started as a non-profit, it was supposed to be a research facility. And this shakeup, in a way, is just going back to the roots. And OpenAI will go back to publishing research papers, to work with others in the industry, and try to focus on making the best AI models and reaching AGI as well. As far as Sam Altman goes, I think that board meeting is the perfect origin story for a comic book villain. After you've been outed, a brilliant scientist been outed from his own company that he founded, well, what's next? I don't know, probably world destroying AGI or something. Sam Altman himself have a number of other investments in other companies. He didn't have any equity in OpenAI either, as the rest of the board. So as a non-profit, none of them have any equity. So he was doing and working in OpenAI for the idea of improving AI, not to make money, which makes the decision to make it more commercially profitable even more peculiar, especially when it's despite what the board wanted. I expect Sam Altman to come back with a surprise. So a quick update, this is Future David. After that video has been recorded, Satya Nadella has announced that Sam Altman, Greg Berkman, and the 3 senior researchers that left OpenAI on Friday will be joining Microsoft in order to start a new advanced research team inside Microsoft itself. So Microsoft will have now basically 2 separate investments in a new team within Microsoft led by Sam Altman, and Ilya Sutskever and the rest of the OpenAI team will continue developing OpenAI and their products. So I said it's gonna surprise us. I said this is the beginning of his comic book supervillain arc, and we see it unfolding in real time. OpenAI themselves will probably slow down. They will stop with the profit push and focus more on research. They will partner more with other players in the industry, be it Google, Amazon, even more Microsoft and so on. And instead of trying to make their own products profitable, they will support the profit initiatives from those companies. That was the goal all along, and I feel like the majority of the arguments between Ilya and Sam were on that basis. All right, that's it for today. I hope that you learned something from this video. I'm curious to hear your opinion. What will happen with OpenAI now that Sam Altman is out? What do you think gonna be the big next thing? How will the AI industry look like with OpenAI in the shadows? If I did any mistakes in that video, let me know as well. All of that in the comments below or on our Discord. I don't think this is the end of OpenAI, but rather just the beginning of the new generation of OpenAI with more resources, more fame. I think that the origin story of the comic book supervillain Sam Altman has just started, so I'm curious to see what it brings along. And I'll see you next time I feel like making a video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, all the standard YouTube stuff, and bye.